All right, everyone. 25% of the IRS is to be slashed. Yes, Trumponomics in a nutshell. It's going to be interesting seeing liberal commentators try to defend the existence of the IRS at large at all, let alone the size of the IRS. And that's exactly what they're going to do. What they're going to do is they're going to come out and say, well, Donald Trump is slashing IRS positions. He's putting people out of work. It's going to be hilarious to watch them and the IRS of all fucking groups in the world. And it's not going to work. The fact is that the IRS is pretty low ranked when it comes to federal bureaus. And there's a reason for that. Nobody likes paying taxes. People, oh, they support the IRS. It's just that when it comes to tax season, then they say, well, the IRS can fuck itself. So it's going to be very, very funny to see what happens. Myself, I would cut it even more than that. 25%, that's nothing. I'd cut it by 90% myself. You can just have a single page form for every American. Here's what you made. Here's what you owe. Ta-da! It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, we don't have that particular system at hand at the moment. I think in Estonia, if I remember correctly, they have an online form where you can actually file your taxes. If Estonia can do it, I'm assuming that the United States probably can. Aren't we a little bit more advanced technologically? Apparently not. Unfortunately, we still have to suffer under the tax offices that we have to deal with. The IRS being slashed by 25% is very, very good news. This is another win for the Trump administration. It's not a huge win because it's only 25%. Again, I would have preferred 90%. That being said, I'll take what I can get. At the very least, yeah, as far as the administration goes, it's definitely a W, not an L, for them. So yeah, link in the description. This is from Watcher Guru, actually, and a lot of people are talking about this. Um, and it makes sense that they would be because this is a huge change, actually. Um, the IRS is one of the sacred cows of the federal government. And so cutting them in any way, I mean, if it was only 5%, it would still be a sea change. 25% is pretty damn good considering the position the administration's in. Donald Trump is legally embattled on basically all sides at the moment. The judiciary has been weaponized against him on multiple levels. That being said, if he can cut the IRS by 25%, which is what he's trying to do, therefore, he's definitely accomplished something. And the hope is, of course, that this cut actually is maintained. It is not legally embattled, and if it is unsuccessfully legally embattled. That's the whole hope. I think that he'll be successful in the end. It's fairly self-evident that he has the right to actually cut this particular agency and its budget. And so my hope is that they don't bother to wage a significant legal case against him. That being said, I expect them to do so. What'll happen is that a court will decide, no, you're not allowed to cut the IRS budget because of reasons. I mean, whatever reason under the sun. You're not allowed to cut the IRS budget. And then Trump will have to go to court and, the rest pans out, hopefully. That's at least the hope. Might go before the Supreme Court. It's gotten to the point with regards to the legalese where the executive branch is effectively defanged as long as Donald Trump happens to be the president of the United States. It's impossible for him to even do anything. He can't pass a law. He can't pass an executive order. He can't cut a bureau. He can't do goddamn anything without a court getting involved because there are so many state Supreme Courts and so many federal courts that are willing to take up these cases. Even when it's self-evident that he has the constitutional authority to do something, he's not allowed to actually do it. It's become probably the biggest problem in the nation's history since the slave debate, actually. Very, very interesting. But the IRS is to be slashed by 25%. My apologies to any IRS agents out there that happen to be clankers. I'm sure that you're one of the good ones that doesn't audit people on the reg. That being said, ultimately, yeah, I believe that slashing the agency by 25% is actually a drop in the bucket of what I would do myself. That's about all. Peace out.